Robinson Crusoe is a classic novel written by Daniel Defoe, published in 1719. It tells the thrilling adventures of a young Englishman, Robinson Crusoe, who ends up on a deserted island after a shipwreck. Let's delve into the events and themes of this story, starting from the very beginning and detailing each significant episode. Setting and Crusoe's path to solitude. The story begins in the mid-17th century, with Robinson Crusoe narrating his life. Born in York, England, in 1632, Robinson is the youngest son of a merchant family. His parents intend for him to pursue a stable career in law, but Crusoe dreams of adventure and long sea voyages. Despite his father's advice to avoid the dangerous life of a sailor, he decides to chase his aspirations and leaves home in pursuit of adventure. Crusoe's initial ventures are rocky. His first sea journey from Hull to London turns into a disaster when a storm wrecks the ship. Though shaken, this incident does not deter him. Crusoe soon joins another expedition bound for Africa, where he becomes involved in the trading of goods, including human labor. This journey goes relatively well, but on a subsequent voyage, Crusoe's ship is attacked by pirates and he is taken as a captive to the coast of North Africa. Escape and early prosperity, Crusoe eventually escapes from his captor with the help of a young boy named Jury. Together they sail along the African coast until they are picked up by a Portuguese ship headed to Brazil. In Brazil, Crusoe starts a new life, becoming a successful plantation owner. He makes a good living cultivating sugar and tobacco, and his life seems comfortable and prosperous. However, the call for adventure never leaves him. When an opportunity arises to join an expedition to acquire laborers from Africa, Crusoe cannot resist. He sets out again by sea, but this fateful voyage ends in disaster when the ship is caught in a violent storm and wrecked somewhere in the Caribbean. Crusoe is the only survivor of the wreck, and he washes ashore on a deserted island. Survival on the island. The heart of the story lies in Crusoe's survival on the uninhabited island. He finds himself alone, with nothing but the scattered wreckage of the ship. His first days are spent in shock, but he soon turns his focus to survival. Crusoe salvages everything he can from the ship, including tools, weapons, and provisions, which help him lay the groundwork for his new life. He even manages to construct a makeshift raft to transport these supplies from the wreck to the shore. He establishes a home by building a fortified shelter, using the natural landscape to provide security against potential dangers such as wild animals or hostile natives. Over time, Crusoe learns to fend for himself. He hunts goats, grows barley and rice, and even makes his own pottery. One of his most significant achievements is domesticating goats, which provides him with a steady supply of milk and meat. Crusoe's ingenuity and determination turn his initially desperate situation into one of relative comfort. He constructs a small fortress, learns to make bread, and uses his knowledge of agriculture to cultivate crops. He creates clothing from animal skins and keeps a diary, recording his activities and thoughts. This diary becomes a vital part of his daily routine, helping him maintain a sense of time and normalcy. Struggles and self-reflection. Throughout his isolation, Crusoe faces both physical and psychological challenges. The need to ensure his survival pushes him to innovate, but the solitude also leads him to deep introspection. He reflects on his earlier life choices, regretting his disobedience to his parents and seeing his plight as divine punishment for his past sins. His religious transformation is one of the central themes of the novel. Crusoe becomes increasingly devout, reading the Bible he salvaged from the ship, praying regularly, and interpreting his survival as a testament to God's will. Crusoe faces various dangers on the island, including illness. At one point, he becomes severely ill, experiencing high fevers and delirium. This experience prompts him to further acknowledge his dependence on divine providence. It marks a turning point in his faith, deepening his spiritual journey and reinforcing his belief that his isolation has a greater purpose. The discovery of the footprint and encounter with cannibals. After living alone for more than 15 years, Crusoe's peace is suddenly shattered when he discovers a single footprint in the sand. This discovery terrifies him, as it suggests that he is not alone. Crusoe becomes paranoid, fearing that cannibals may come to the island and kill him. He fortifies his dwelling even more, laying low and avoiding being seen. Eventually, Crusoe's fears are confirmed when he observes a group of cannibals arrive on the island. They are holding captives, preparing for a ritualistic feast. Crusoe is horrified, but decides to stay hidden, not wanting to reveal his presence. However, one day he witnesses a captive escaping, and Crusoe decides to intervene, saving the man's life. The rescued captive becomes Crusoe's companion, and Crusoe names him Friday in honor of the day he was saved. Friendship and collaboration. Friday becomes a loyal friend and helper to Crusoe. Crusoe teaches him English and instructs him in Christianity, effectively converting him. Together, they build a stronger dwelling and develop a sense of companionship that greatly alleviates Crusoe's loneliness. Friday proves to be a great asset, helping with hunting, cooking, and protecting their home from potential threats. The presence of Friday opens up new opportunities for both men. One day, they encounter more cannibals, and with Crusoe's help, Friday saves a Spaniard who turns out to be one of several captives held by the cannibals. They learn that Friday's father is among the other captives, and Crusoe hatches a plan to rescue them and potentially leave the island. Crusoe and Friday successfully liberate Friday's father and the Spaniard, who then help Crusoe prepare for their eventual escape. Rescue and return to civilization. After 28 years of being marooned, Crusoe's opportunity for rescue finally comes. An English ship arrives near the island, but Crusoe soon realizes that a mutiny is underway. The rebellious crew members have taken control of the ship, and they have brought the captain and loyal crew members to the island as prisoners. Crusoe and Friday help the captain regain control of the ship, using cunning and strategy to overpower the mutineers. As a reward, the grateful captain offers Crusoe passage back to England. After careful consideration and preparation, Crusoe leaves the island, bringing Friday with him. This marks the end of his 28-year exile. They sail to England, where Crusoe discovers that much has changed during his long absence. His family believes he is long dead, and his plantation in Brazil has prospered, making him a wealthy man. Later, life and reflections. After returning to England, Crusoe eventually settles down. He sells his Brazilian plantation, which makes him financially secure for the rest of his life. However, he finds it difficult to settle into a sedentary lifestyle after years of adventure and solitude. Crusoe eventually marries and has children, but the desire for adventure never completely leaves him. At the end of the novel, he hints at future travels, especially to revisit his island. The story concludes with Crusoe's reflections on his experiences. He interprets his ordeal as a spiritual journey, one in which he learned about self-reliance, faith, and the importance of companionship. The island, which once seemed like a prison, becomes a place of personal growth and transformation. Crusoe's tale is not just about survival, but also about resilience, human ingenuity, and the profound impact of isolation on the human spirit. Themes and analysis. The story of Robinson Crusoe touches on several important themes. The most prominent among them are survival, human resilience, religion, colonialism, and the dynamics of power and civilization. Crusoe's struggle for survival is a testament to human ingenuity. He transforms a deserted island into a livable space using only his resourcefulness. The narrative also illustrates the value of faith, as Crusoe grows spiritually through hardship, attributing his survival to divine intervention. Crusoe's relationship with Friday introduces themes of colonialism and cultural superiority. Crusoe views Friday as a subordinate and imposes his language and religion upon him. This aspect of the novel has been interpreted as a reflection of European colonial attitudes during Defoe's time, representing the perceived duty of European colonizers to civilize indigenous peoples. In summary, Robinson Crusoe is a richly detailed story of adventure, survival, and personal transformation. The novel explores complex themes of faith, isolation, companionship, and colonialism, presenting a multifaceted look at the human condition through Crusoe's long years of solitude and resilience. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a like. Thank you.